What is up, everyone? Hope your weekend has been great. For considering all that time that you guys spent in grocery stores buying up all the bread because it was gonna rain a little and get a little frozen for 2 days, so you had to buy the entire store and everyone had to go in at the same exact time. Why do people do that? Why do people act like the apocalypse is coming? It's the weirdest thing. And they need bread. Why do you need so much bread? It doesn't make any sense. And it's never made any sense, but perhaps that's just how it is for people in Georgia. They just don't know how to act whenever a snowflake hits the ground or whenever it goes below zero or below freezing. Not even below zero. God, they wouldn't even be able to handle that. Why do they act like that? They need to, people that live in Georgia, they need to experience they need to experience real winter, and then it'll kind of put it into perspective for them. But when you've lived in Georgia your whole life and you've dealt with the heat and all that, 42 degrees is cold for sure, even though it's not. But the other thing too is we just don't have the infrastructure for that to be able to support all of the, even if it's not much, half an inch or an inch of ice, because we don't have salt trucks. I mean, we do, but we don't prep ahead of time. We just let everything fall and then just say, all right, everywhere's frozen, can't do anything. It's just, it's a really weird dynamic living in Georgia, having to deal with all that stuff. This looks pretty cool though.
That's hard work making a living out here.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool. All right, so let's check a couple of things real quick, and then we're gonna jump into the build and explain it. Wait, the hell was that? Oh, he back there. He back there doing that thing. This does look pretty cool.
Don't eat just anything you find out there.
It's gonna be interesting to see what else is done to this, as far as, pretty sure there might be some sound effects and some other things kind of happening, but also the armor looks pretty cool. There's not really much of a use case for this Father Winter helmet, honestly, outside of this specific set. The Father Winter helmet really doesn't look good on anything else besides this, honestly. And it fits well with the theme and the build, absolutely. It's just, you can't use it on much, and it's T45, so you don't get as much resistance as you would for the T51 or the T60. Not that it really matters, especially just PvE and just whatever, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. not much of a use case for it outside of that. Probably gonna have to do this though. So right now this set has a couple of assassins and overeaters and a troubleshooters. We might actually have to change this. We might have to add another assassin because of the resolve breaker and how much damage it does to us. We're just gonna go ahead and get out ahead of that and just do that. So we got 4 assassins, 1 overeaters. Now, let's see if we shoot the ground, full health. Alright. Well, our endurance is pretty low, so that's definitely a lot better than what it was before. 100%. Absolutely. Specialist.
I used to say I'd try anything once. Not so sure.
Just love the way that power armor set looks. It's not super rare. You can still get that, but the fact that that was in Fallout 4, yeah, that looks cool.
Hello?
Dude, this is crazy to see it like this. Been playing this game for who knows how many hours. Whoops.
Hi there.
Beep, boo boo bop, boo boo. Ooh, okay. Once we got all these, we can just sell them for caps. The hell did this come from? Wow. The most useless... Whatever. Actually, you know what? This look like this would be pretty funny. Oh, she can't wear that? Oh, yes, she can. Nope. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not going that route. That's okay. We're not that. Nope. Negative. We are not going to be that guy. All right. Ooh. What's that?
Maintain situational awareness.
Okay.
Grounds are not secure.
Decent stuff in there. Ooh.
Artisan's Corner is a place for creative hands-on learning, and the Wilderness Survival Experience is our most popular program yet.
Get some caps. We're pretty low right now, so...
Prepare for danger. Prepare for adventure.
Anything we can sell? Yep. All right. And then some stuff we can drop off for people. You guys want any of this crap? You guys want any of this crap? All right. Drop off that stuff. All right. Fridge. Actually, how do you spell this? Frigidaire. All right. So, here's the build we're going to run. This is obviously centered around cryo weapons. So we have some bullet storm perks. Well, we're starting off with bullet storm and lock and load. But we're actually not bringing the big guns. Because there's not really a point. All of the weapons that we're using that do cryo damage, the Cryolator, Resolve Breaker, Crusader Pisto with the cryo mod, Cold Shoulder, Icebreaker, Warglaive. It's really tough to get any of those at max stacks. So it's kind of pointless to have this taking up 3 spots. Maybe with a quad Cryolator, you could get over 10, but you would have to be shooting a lot and then rely on quick hands or Wild West hands to get a free reload to make it go even more. So bringing the big guns doesn't really make much sense. And then we just got Perception maxed out. Deal Sealer, because cryo counts as an impairment. So that'll give us plus 10% damage at minimum. And if they get any crippled limbs, it'll give us more awareness for more DPS. Concentrated Fire for more DPS. Fast Fighter. This one's really good on this build because of the Cryolator and the Resolve Breaker and the Cold Shoulder and the Icebreaker. I mean, there a lot of these cryo weapons reload frequently, so it makes sense to have Fast Fighter here. Tank Killer for more damage. We also added Ground Pounder here for a little bit more reload speed for the small guns like the Cold Shoulder. A little bit more hip fire accuracy too. Tormentor, of course, and Downranger rank 1. Only using rank 1 because there wasn't really much room for anything else. And then low endurance, so we can just have more room for other damage cards. Natural resistance, so we can have a little bit more cryo resistance, because why not? Happy-go-lucky. Actually, we need Nuka Dark if we're going to run this. This is to boost our luck. Usually when running Happy-go-lucky, you want to do Nuka Dark, because that'll give you 18 luck. But we might not have Nuka Dark on this character at the moment. Revenant, in case we get a revive or an auto res, we can get that extra damage buff, and Tenderizer for more damage, Nerd Rage for more damage, Stabilize for more accuracy, because we are using a lot of big guns. Icebreaker, Resolve Breaker, Cryolator. And then, of course, Cryologist. This is obviously the main thing. Every weapon that we're going to be carrying is going to benefit from this perk card. We definitely want that. Curator, good with salt, whatever. Gunslinger rank 1, because that's the best bang for the buck with this, as opposed to rank 3, which is only 12. Did one of that. Full Onslaught. We did max out Gorilla, because a lot of these weapons that we're going to be using are close damage. So that's why it makes a little more sense to max out Gorilla rank 3 and not Downranger rank 3. Downranger's definitely going to work for the cold shoulder, but well, maybe I don't know. Whatever. This makes more sense to max out for this build because a lot of these weapons are short to medium range. Gun Fu, just for that fast switch between targets, and then Adrenaline for more damage on our kill streak. And then maxed out Luck. We're going to be killing a lot of mobs, so that's why we got Grim Reaper Sprint and One Gun Army for more crippling, yada yada. We have some friends sharing some stuff. Number Cruncher is super helpful, and Quick Hands is super helpful, so... Alright, weapons. So, went back and forth between... whether or not to use the cryogenic grenade or the floater freezer grenade. But, cryogenic grenade seems better. Yeah. Cryogenic grenade does way more damage. And it has a much larger area. Explosion radius, so we're definitely going to go with that. Oh, that's what we need. All right, here's the other weapons we're going to use. Just a Crusader pistol with the cryo receiver. This is really just kind of for crowd control, tagging enemies and stuff. Oh, we got electricians. But it does have the cryo receiver, so it can slow things down. Hair trigger. These are pretty much the same exact cold shoulders. Just one has hair trigger receiver for for faster fire rate. The other has prime receiver for more damage. Actually, we don't even have any shotgun shells right now, but whatever. So we'll probably just use the hair trigger for now. This is kind of the main thing. I mean, we can really do a lot of damage with any of these weapons, but this is kind of what everything's centered around. Cryolator. Furious. Because there's no dot damage. So we can use Furious and be fine with that. Weapon speed, of course. Reload speed, of course, because this is only a 50 round mag. It's going to reload pretty frequently, so you definitely want that. And then electricians, so that way when we do reload, we get a little bit of cryo control. And then the second cryolator we have, pretty similar, but it's just quad, rapid, and swift are the same. And then pinpointers. It's for that multiplicative weak point damage. Neither of these have the snowball mod. That's just personal preference. We just have a Gauss Mini just for whatever. Icebreaker. This weapon went through a couple of changes. It doesn't do the crazy speed up animation though for enemies anymore, but hey, it is what it is. Still fun to use. Still definitely going to benefit from this build. Absolutely. Resolve Breaker, of course, because it just does a ridiculous amount of damage, even despite the fact that these buffs are not even that great. Still does insane damage. Lots of cryo damage. And then this, we're actually about to change this. So we're gonna change the first star on this to Juggernauts. Yep. And then that's what this guy's gonna be. Went with Juggernauts because this also does dot damage. Can't really see it because the chat box is covering it up, but there you go. So this does dot damage. That's why it has Juggernauts instead of Furious. If this did not have dot damage, we would probably use Furious, but it has dot. So we're just going to use something like Juggernauts to boost base damage across the board.
Life is an adventure. Are you up to the challenge?
course, we want power attack damage. Intelligence for a little bit more damage. Cryologist. And then 20% cryo damage. This actually adds a big amount. It was somewhere around 800 or 900 extra. Pretty big chunk that it was adding damage. So this thing's pretty cool. Does a lot of damage. At one point, there was a 11 or 12,000 headshot. This isn't even a melee build, so that was pretty wild. So that thing is super awesome. And then this is the power armor. Running mostly assassins because we want to try to eliminate self-damage from the resolve breaker. But all pieces have endurance and frozen. Frozen sucks. Hopefully they buff it. Hopefully they make it to where it actually works, or it actually does some other thing, because it would be cool if this actually worked. Or maybe if it was a 10% chance instead of a 5% chance, right? That would be pretty cool if they fix this. Whatever. I mean, frozen really doesn't do anything, but it fits the build. It fits the immersion. So we're just going to leave it. Whatever. This one has Aegis also. This one has radioactive power. The 4 stars on these are kind of random on this set for now. Scanners is decent. Whatever. Reflective. It's fine. Father Winter helmet. The internal database for more intelligence. And the blue headlamp. Because immersion. There's also this one. Internal database as well. For that extra intelligence. This one looks cooler. If you want to go the more serious route, this one's cool. And it has a little bit higher resistances than the Father Winter helmet, because this is only T45. This is T51, but whatever. It's an excuse to use the Father Winter helmet, which usually just sits in the stash box and collects dust. So this is probably the only set of power armor that this thing actually looks cool on. So that's the one we're going to use. And then this one does have overeaters with endurance and frozen again, but this one has sawbones, which is for that health regen. It would be cool to have a piece of rejuvenators on this, but whatever. That's what we're running for now. And then we need to redo big guns. We don't have a magazine at the moment. We do have a couple of options for magazines. We do have a few of these cryolator damage magazines we could use. Or unscoped weapon damage. 10%. So this would work for pretty much all of our weapons except grenades in the war. Or we could use this one, which is 5% damage to everything. So this would also boost the Warglaive and the grenades, as well as all of our weapons. It's kind of a... This one's fun. This one's pretty good. 5% doesn't seem like much, but you got to think it's boosting everything that does damage. Ranged, melee, grenades, etc. So that one's pretty cool. A little underrated. We could also try Tesla Science 5. This one's pretty cool. Minus 20% heavy weapon ammo consumption. This is going to help Bulletstorm to do a lot more work. And so we don't have to reload as much with heavy weapon. Yo, what's up? Christian. Yeah. Welcome back. Alien Blaster. What the crap? That's right. Alien. God. Good call. Do we have, no. Is it the disintegrator or the blaster? Oh, they both do. Huh. Okay. Well, there's another one. Completely forgot about that. There's so many weapons that have cryo options. It's pretty sick. Anti-armor. Endurance. Ooh. Do we want to use a pinpointers for this, though? Yeah, we're definitely going to have to change these. This is going to have to be rapid. We need a rapid. We might do reload speed, depending on... Or we could do explosive. Huh. We could do explosive. Just be able to tag a little bit easier. But faster fire rate is always good. Oh. And we're gonna run around and hit stuff. We're gonna beat them up. Beat them up, dude. Oh, the blaster's better. I'm not really a commando guy, so you guys might know a lot more about that kind of stuff. This mod looks cool. All right. Hey, Renato. Not sure how you say that. Probably butchered it. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for that subscription on the YouTube. Really means a lot, dude. That is a little faster. Not a huge difference. $70 and $86, $78 and $96. All right. So you get 50 fire rate with lower damage versus 33 fire rate with higher damage. Let me try them out. figure out though which odds to use. Wow. Must have VATs optimized. What are the odds that the first two legendary rolls are exactly the same though? Look at that. Huh. Lucky hit. Or intelligence. That one's already got VATs optimized, so we'll leave it. We'll do 2 rapids. First star we'll just do Furious. So we'll do Furious and Rapid for both of those. We'll do, for the Disintegrator, we'll do either Lucky Hit or Intelligence. And then for the 4th star, could just do pinpointers. We could do polished, since both of those weapons are maxed out at the moment. Polished kind of sucks, but it's gonna be broken. It could be. What do you guys think? Polished or pinpointers? Both of the weapons are maxed out in their condition, so we're gonna make the most out of that damage buff. But polish eventually goes down after a while, and then you start losing the damage that it's doing. Oh, we gotta redo mutation. Repop, repop. Ooh, pinpoint. Yeah, that is. Oh, I mean, both are good, but pinpointers is just, you know what you're getting every single time. It doesn't change. It doesn't go down based on damage or anything like that. It just is always there. 20%. The headshots. Always. Well, weak spot, but you get it. No matter what. Trying to eat more walnuts to get more Polyunsaturated fats. Food nerd. Don't worry about it. All right. Oh, yeah. Come on now.
Blow it out your ass.
Got them things coming. We got them things rolling. All right. Oh, we forgot to get furious. Anti-armor's whatever, really. Alright. We gotta go back. Gotta get that thing. Come on now, where that furious at? Furious. Got that. Furious. Got that. Furious. Got that. Furious. Got that. Furious. All right. Look at that furious. All right, now we cooking with some grease. Now we's cooking with some grease. All right. We got big guns. Need to redo camp buffs. Got all of our food. Acoustic guitar. Yeah, bitch. Hurry up. Hey, dude. Nuka great with that resub for 14 months in a row. Dang, man. Damn. 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 That's nuts. Thank you for that. You wild. You crazy. You nuts. How's it going? How's your life? How's your wife? How's the kids? How's your life? Alright, we gonna get that. Alright, that one's good. And we gonna get that strength. And then we're gonna get that endurance. Dealing with you for so long, LMAO.
This pisses me off.
Yeah, you right. Your life is nuts, bruh. Hello. LOL. What's nuts about it? You ain't got to answer. It's personal. What's your street address? Drop it in chat. Tell you in Vice City one day. Nice. Plan on going there at some point. All right. Uh-huh.
What the dog doing?
I haven't really been getting on much. Honestly, all last week it was just work and then get off work and do DoorDash and Uber Eats until 8, go home, go to bed, wake up at 4:30. Rinse and repeat. Not this weekend though, because it's been raining and icing over everywhere. And since Atlanta doesn't have the infrastructure to support a 1/4 of an inch of ice, Everything's frozen, so it's not like we can really drive anywhere, but might not even have to work tomorrow. I don't know yet. We'll see, but miss. Swing and a miss. Keep going. Let's see how much of a crazy it was literally earlier there was it was an 11,000 headshot on the weak point with this. And it was this same build where there's no melee buffs. But this thing still hit 11,000. Pretty crazy. Laughs in Canadian. Yeah, everybody that lives in Atlanta should just visit Canada for a couple days. So that way they can just get some perspective on what actual snow, actual ice, actual cold really is. The grocery stores on Friday and Saturday were just, it was unheard of. It was just, what are y'all doing? Okay, two things. One, it's not that serious. Two, it's 1 or 2 days. Do you really need 8 loaves of bread? Huh?
Don't let your guard down. The next round will be the toughest.
Minus 35. God. Jeez. You know what weapon that reminds? You know what weapon that looks like? You know whose weapon that looks like. Our favorite Santa Claus. Where he had the explosive pepper shaker and he'd shoot it on the screen and it'd lag everybody out. Yeah, that's kind of what that looks like. This gun looks cool with the cryo mod. Ooh, that reload speed is awful. It's critting pretty frequently, though. A lucky hit definitely helps.
Radiators and steel trio. Fall in and let that back to base.
Radioactive powered is pretty cool, though. It's not the best 3-star, but if you're going full health, it is pretty fun to have. Makes things a lot easier. Because it's just automatically taking all that stuff off for you. All that rads. Yeah, he was in there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he posted he posted the picture you guys were trying to find
It's a great day for some sharing, don't you think?
a guy that was cheating or something,
There isn't any problem that
right?
can be solved with 35% more labor.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we need that. A vintage alcoholic beverage. Huh. A rust raider. That place at? No, that's not it. Yeah. Get that cheater out of here, dude. Yeah. What a donk. What a fish. It turns the fire blue also. That's pretty cool. Hmm.
I heard something.
Yeah, the pistol just, with the fire rate bonus, that one definitely just feels a little bit better, for sure. For sure. Where are you going? What are you doing? Come on now. Where you at? Oh. Nope. Don't do whatever this is. Nope. Don't. Okay. Wow. Get up here. Yep. Just a little pew pew. The definition of a pew pew weapon. I won't forget about this guy, though. Oh, we dropped all the harpoons. Dang it, that's right. Oops. 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 Really? That's the thing?
Are you ready for the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic hellscape? By popular demand, this month's creative learning classes are on wilderness.
That's the thing that takes us over the edge.
Materials are now available.
6400 fusion cells, though, is a lot. We do have a lot of ammo. What are all these fusion cells for? Ah.
Violation of hotel policies may result in detention, removal, and/or death.
Artisan's Corner has everything you need to make your next survival project a success.
Oh yeah, because that doesn't fall under batteries included. So that's why that makes the that's why it makes it increase the weight so much. That explains that. Scrap headwear?
Prepare for danger. Prepare for adventure. Prepare for survival.
That one's done. Scrap junk to produce bone. Find some bone eventually. Some bone.
We offer exceptional work from local.
Where are those floaters at?
Do you know Miss Evans? The governor's wife? She was one of our best clients. Such a charming woman. I do.
There was a place in this bobblehead route. The place. What was? This might be it. Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, stood no chance at all. Yep, there it is. Wasn't there... No, it was just... Oh, yeah. Muted. He told me to read my name. Just call me Salty. What if we want to read that name, though? Yeah, it was muted. But what's up, Matthew from YouTube? Thank you for coming by on Twitch. That's what's great about streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. You guys, you got options. You got options. Jeez, dude, this thing. Salty BB batter. He need to be eating some more pineapple. What's up? No, thanks for that hot follow on Twitch. Thanks for that salty follow on Twitch. Alright, this thing is nuts. Wow. This thing is crazy. This isn't even with Downranger. Oh, finally, quick hands worked. Dude, this is nuts, dude. This thing is crazy. Is this the... Okay, this is the hair trigger receiver, too. This isn't even the prime. Honestly, with the prime, we might be able to kill him in one shot. We don't have any ammo for that right now. Darn. Darn. Dude, this thing is... Why VATS? Who need VATS? Who needs it? Double barrel and Fallout. Unlimited ammo double barrel. Was that a special weapon? Or is that just a legendary that would roll on a double shotgun? What you doing over here? See ya. Just knocked his head right off. Just didn't even... This is too fun. This isn't even with Rangers. Yeah, that's definitely a cucumber. Yep. Definitely a cucumber. Thing's pretty nuts, though. Oh, it was a legendary. Got you. What was the legendary? Was it, was there an unlimited ammo that could spawn as a legendary roll on weapons? Or was that a unique legendary? Like a named legendary? some of those floaters. Stat card lets you reload your gun on a crit. No, not right now.
This is Dane Rogers with an automated alert. An unknown dangerous creature has been sighted in the vicinity of the Sons of Dane compound.
Is there something... Maybe there's something like that in Fallout 4.
We call it the Night Stalker. It's killed some of our best guys. Paulie says the loud music is what's pissing it off. So we can make a ruckus to draw it here and set up an ambush. Any good hunters out there want to stop by and help us kill the Night Stalker tonight, you'll be rewarded in all the beer and partying you can handle.
Wasn't there a workbench somewhere around here? Could just use this. Oh, we need more berry mentats. We has ran out. Bar mentats. Whizzes out. The luck stat skill. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that they didn't do that in this game. They did not do that in this game. Oh. Don't you love when you reload right after quick hands procs? Yeah, they're playing music. So part of the objective of this event is to... You gotta make noise to attract the main boss to complete the event. So the more noise that you make, the faster the bar goes up. So yeah. So there's these instruments you can play up here, and then there's this jukebox can also be activated. What? Where'd he go? icebreaker. You know, I can't open the icebreaker. Yeah, getting caught up in the icebreaker. How about that radium rifle on the Fallout series? Dang, that thing looked pretty crazy. Oh. All right, that's pretty good. Fallout is a pretty good game. Also, OBS is freaking out right now. What is going on? Wow, okay. Dang. Heck yeah, dude. You know how we do.
You know how we do. When it's time to do something important, that's usually when stuff starts going wrong. And when it goes wrong, you just gotta take it on the chin. And then you just gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep fighting the fight that's in front of you, and then you gotta you gotta persevere
Yeah, sure. Was that the cannon launcher? Cannon launcher. Not sure what you mean exactly. Are you thinking of the broadsider? No, that weapon that we were using before the game decided to take a siesta was the icebreaker.
It ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on moving forward. It's not about what happens when you're down. It's about what happens when you stand up. And if you can stand up and keep moving, then you're doing it right, and then everything's good.
The heck's going on? All right, there we go. Oh, what? Why has our Deathclaw Wellington disappeared? Some things we will just never have answers for. And that is one of them. Where has all the Deathclaw Wellington gone? Nobody owes you nothing. You owe yourself. Hopping on Dune. Pay you to play Dune. Fucking what? No, absolutely not. Why? God. No game is that good. Maybe if that person, that individual had never played Skyrim before, right? Yeah. Maybe if that person had never played Skyrim, right? Then be like, hey, I'll pay you money to play Skyrim for the first time. That makes sense. Or if you've never played Half-Life 2 all the way to episode 2. What? You've never played that? That would be justified to pay somebody to play it, right? But Dune, plus we've already had this talk. If it's anything even remotely close to an MMO, get it away from me. Don't even bother. No. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. Wish you could go back and play Skyrim for the first time. That'd be so sick. To be able to completely wipe the memory, wipe your brain. First time experiencing that. Especially when it came out, right? Because there was the hype for that was so good. That's when video games actually had hype. The early 2000s and hype for video games, it kind of seemed like it peaked around the 2010, 2011 era, and then after that it just kind of started going down, and there really wasn't much to get hyped with after that. But I mean, within about a 5 or 6 year period, we're talking about Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the 2009 sequel Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the hype for that. Ooh. Battlefield 4, the hype for that, and then the hype for Battlefield 1, and that was all around the time that Skyrim came out. So the hype for Skyrim, dog, nothing will ever beat that. There's no way anybody can recreate that ever again. There's no way. There's no way. I've never played Half-Life anything. Oh my God. Look, Half-Life 2 is the reason why you have storytelling in first-person shooter games. That was the first game, the first-person shooter outside of the original Half-Life 1. Half-Life 2 just really did it so well to have that kind of immersive storyline in a first-person shooter game that had never been done before to that scale. The graphics were ahead of its time. There's just that much depth and immersion into the world and the environment and the characters. Nothing like that had ever been done before in a video game up until that point. And then the episode sequels. Oof. And then the episode 2 sequel, or the episode 2 cliffhanger Woof. Woof. The single greatest cliffhanger in any video game ever. One of the greatest stories in any video game ever told. One of the best games ever made. Easily. Top 3 best first-person shooters ever. Top 5 best video games ever made. New Vegas on hardcore mode. Do you take a every time you die, you take a shot. Hardcore mode on a Fallout game is really the only way to play a Fallout game. So many days with Stephen Lee for work, I would be in the same spot when he came back home. Yeah, Skyrim was one of those games that is what if we could reset our memories and play Skyrim again for the first time? That was one of them for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, that was definitely one of them. That and Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2, and then Half-Life Episode 2, and then the first BioShock, honestly. Because that was the first time a first-person shooter game like that had come out. Where you had that much use with... You had one hand doing something and the other hand was doing another thing, and you had these abilities, the plasmids, and you had the weapons that you could go back and forth. And then the integration of that 40s, 50s aesthetic with the music combined with that creepy aspect. Whew! Playing BioShock in my friend's basement on his Xbox console for the first time. Ooh, woo. That is another one where it would be completely wipe the memory, redo it. BioShock 1, Half-Life, Skyrim. Absolutely. Maybe Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but story on that one, San Andreas is good for a different reason, right? Not really necessarily for the story per se. But yeah, that New Vegas beats all Fallouts. Is New Vegas hardcore harder than Fallout 4 hardcore? Probably, because yeah, honestly, hardcore mode on, or survivor mode on Fallout 4, just, it gets so easy. It's not even, it's so easy to do so much damage that it doesn't even really matter, but it does make it a little more difficult. But survivor mode is definitely the way to play a Fallout game. Absolutely. That's why it's kind of a bummer they don't have something like that in 76. They need to have something like that in 76. For sure. Vegas was built different. Fallout will ever be that hard when it comes to death claws. Yeah, that's what a death claw should have felt like. Absolutely. That is definitely what a what is up with all these ghouls? That's a lot of them. That's a lot of ghouls, boy. That's a lot of ghouls. Really? Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Something weird is going on with this other computer. Why you like that? Yeah, the death claws in Fallout 4 were just wimps compared to the ones in New Vegas. Fallout 4 overall is just a way easier game, even on survivor mode. All you got to do is max out the heavy gunner perk and then maybe use bloody mess. And then that's what, 130, 140% extra damage right there. And then you just get the, what is that? Legendary Gatling laser. Because the Gatling laser in Fallout 4 is the best heavy gun. That's why it sucks that they nerfed it so hard in 76 for whatever reason. But yeah, you get that named legendary that Brotherhood of Steel guy has, which is that ultrasight Gatling laser, or the Gatling laser. And then that thing has what, 35% extra fire rate or something ridiculous? That weapon, maxed out heavy gunner perk, and then bloody mess, it just makes the game way too easy. Fallout 4 Creation Club added the Gauss Mini to the game. What? Is that a paid mod? They put the Gauss Mini in. Wow. Wow. The heck is this? The heck is an intrusion module? What the freak? What the heck? Oh, you gotta buy it from, but God, ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why you is like that?
New clothes. I'm getting real muddy.
All right, this server is shot. Yeah, this server is butts. Frigidaire. Where's that sponsor? Where that sponsor at? Sponsored by Frigidaire. Yeah, not really.
"86 glowing meat steaks. Time to go hunting again."
Yeah, we're changing servers. This server is shot. For whatever reason. Actually, you know what might help? That's really dumb. You got to buy that. It'd be pretty cool if they made it to where it was like a kind of like when they added that Hellfire power armor set as content for Fallout 4, right? Where you could get the Hellfire power armor skin, but you had to do a side quest, right? It'd be cool if it was something like that, right? There was a side quest, but of course, you know, Bethesda wants to make that money. When I put in paid ads for a game that's 14 years old, weirdos. Or not paid ads, paid, what do you call it? The heck is this? Paid mods. That was the word. Oh yeah. You can't die for whatever reason. Weirdo.
From most people.
The open road's kind of a magical thing.
Alright, try this. Maybe this server isn't so bad. It does have 2 nukes launched on it though, but streaming tonight? Not sure. Kind of depends on how we're feeling, how it's going.
Oh, it's nice to have some company.
"24-hour stream." Wow. Jeez. Nope. Definitely never doing that. Man. Not sleeping for 24 hours, the amount of damage that does to your body, just, that's not worth it. There would have to be a big incentive to do that. The longest stream on this channel was 12 hours. Pretty sure. We did a 12-hour stream a few years ago. What was that? Borderlands 2? Pretty sure. Actually.
road's kind of a magical thing.
Hold on. Let's see. No. God, some of these thumbnails.
Oh, it's nice to have some company.
Some of these thumbnails and titles. What is this? That feeling when you watch this stream. It's funny. Okay. Alright, it would have been a Borderlands 2 stream. That's for sure. Borderlands 3. Oh, that was 7 hours. Oh. Yo, what's up? Gotta play through all the new Vegas DLCs. Then you go to bed. Oh man, 4:30 a.m. though. It says otherwise. Lou, title brought me in. Cryo was broken. Probably. We were able to freeze some enemies earlier. And still doing a lot of damage. So, who knows? Oh, here it is. Yep. Look at these weird ass thumbnails. Live. Yeehaw. God. Jeez. Look at this. Yeah. 12-hour stream. Well, the fact that this is only 11 hours and 55 minutes is just OCD nightmare. Why is this not... Why is that not 12 hours? Why is the length to the video not 12 hours if it's supposed to be a 12-hour stream? But yeah, this was 7 years ago. This was May of 2018. So that was 2 years before COVID. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Where's it at? Look at this. Look at this old webcam, unpainted walls.
Okay,
all the
let's just get some stuff. Let's just grab a bunch of shit first.
All the GameStop.
All right. Any of these I want to use?
Posters.
No, I'm really trying to focus on sniper rifles right now. Shout out from our Facebook page. 11 hours is a long time. What's up, man? Hey, Loot Master. Also, thank you for that hot follow, sir. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. You go back in my videos, you'll actually see the issue that I had was I started at 11:50 p.m. Right? I do a 10-minute like countdown video and then I start my stream at 12. So I started that and I had like 2 hard crashes, right? So I had to reset my computer. So the stream that I actually stuck with and it didn't crash actually ended up being about 9.5 hours long. So you can go back.
What?
Put it on our list anyway.
Oh, the old BRB stream. Oh yeah, the old Borderlands 2.
This is so fucking obnoxious.
Yep. Definitely used to talk a lot differently back then. That's for sure. Voice was a little different. Word choice a little different. Things change though. You know, it's funny though, it's still the same same border. Border's still the same. Actually, speaking of that, make this bigger. Needs to be a little bit bigger.
Oh, it's nice to have some company.
Do that. That looks a little bit better. Yo, Faithful Oasis, what's up? How's it going?
Say I'd try anything once. Now I'm not so sure.
How's it going? Ooh, Radiation Rumble. That'll be a good test. For stuff. Alright, serums are gonna have to redo soon. Magazine. Bobblehead is good. Food buffs look good for now. Oh yeah. We need berry mentats for those wall hacks. No, we don't want to lose that. Keep all bobbleheads.
Nice to meet you.
All bobbleheads stay. More big guns, so we make sure we don't run out.
Lean back and take a deep breath.
Could do a daily op.
All be okay.
All right, we're gonna do Radiation Rumble since that's a lot of enemies. Try out some different cryo weapons on a lot of mobs.
There's no time to be upset anymore. Let it all go.
Cryo is appreciated. It is, yeah. Yeah, it's really good right now. Yeah, there is some weird stuff happening with Cryo not registering properly. But some enemies were still getting frozen. We were still doing a lot of damage, so maybe it's still just the being able to actually freeze enemies thing is what's still not doing what it's supposed to, but
Hazmat suits don't grow on trees. It took forever to collect all these. Let's look at all this destruction.
I don't think anybody else is going to show up to this. Yeah, he uses a probably like a flamer. Yep. Yeah. It's got decent range. The range seems to be pretty close to the Holy Fire. The Cryolator. But yeah, this that mod, Iceman's, really good. It adds a lot of damage to this. Yeah, right now it's 4,800. Yeah, 5,800. And we are not even bloodied. Actually, we might not be able to be bloodied with this power armor set because one of these is, yeah, one of them's radioactive powered. We need to get rid of that. Next we'll get rid of radioactive powered and then we'll go bloodied a little bit to get even more damage. But I mean, just even full health, this freezing warglaive by itself in this build, which is just a ranged build, this isn't even a melee build. At one point we hit a 11,000 headshot. So, pretty nuts. No melee build. 11,000. Yeah, the arrow one's cool too. Yep. Bows and arrows made a gun to freeze people in ice cubes, but it kills you so fast you don't freeze. Yeah, that is that's true. That is part of the problem, quote unquote, we're having is we're killing the enemies so fast it doesn't even need to freeze them because they're dying so quickly. Right. Yep. Intelligence for cryologist, yes, for sure, for sure. Yeah, it's it's pretty good.
Left behind after the war.
You're bold to want. Great. Get started then. Okay, everyone. Today we're going to
All right, let's see what we can do. We might actually need to wait, we don't have a fire weapon. Crap. We might need to get the holy fire so we can heal these guys if we're not going to have many people doing this event. Crap. Could probably just do the cremator. Let's just do that for now. All right. That's really smart. Yep. Using the cold shoulder, surviving as a noob. Yep. That's what's great about the cold shoulder is it's great from level 1. It's just a great weapon overall. Cold shoulder is so good that you don't even need a build for it. You could use a full melee build and not have any range damage buff. Ranged damage buffs. And just use the cold shoulder. And it would just do really well. It's kind of like the auto axe, right? The auto axe is just usually does decent damage no matter what, even if you're not in a melee build, it still does pretty well, right? Yeah, cold shoulder's awesome. All right, we need to get up there and heal the equipment supervisor. The equipment supervisor. All right. Ventilation expert. Radioactive powered is working great right now, but not definitely want to switch it with something else so we can actually go bloodied and stay there. All right, ventilation expert, adhesive specialist are low. Who's this? Console jockey? Who's this? Wait, it's 3 of 4. All right. All right, well, we're gonna have to use fire weapons for now, just because we want to keep the we'll keep these guys alive. I mean, we can switch back, whatever. Yeah, see, that guy's frozen. Dang, that was full assassins and it still did that. Resolve Breaker's nuts. No, the ultracite ore, no, you put it in the receptacle and then it's gone. It just disappears. Pretty sure, actually. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, Geiger counter was going nuts. Yep. Oh, that is out of ammo. It was so close it wasn't registering. That's funny. Let's switch to Cryo later with electricians. This one's better at cryo control. Come on now. Yeah, our guy got frozen. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working as well as it should. As far as how frequently enemies are getting frozen, but some of them still are. It's just, it's after the fact. It looks like after you kill the enemy, then he might get frozen a little bit. Alright, well that was nuts. Radiation Rumble's always fun, it's just chaos. Big old chaos. Ultracite collector. This thing. That's where you put the ultracite at. Yeah, this event is super fun, for sure. wait till the last minute to start. Yeah, it's smart. So you want to try to have as many people in there as possible for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, we need a... Alright, well, we're not going to need the cremator anymore, so we can put that up. Who is that? Gotta collect or go. Can you go back down and collect again or no. The ultrasight only spawns during the event.
Programmed with the task of lifting all who cross its path.
Oh, hello there, brethren. How are you today?
Happy holidays.
GG's. Howdy, partner.
Serve and protect.
Are you ready for the thrill and excitement?
Are you ready?
Post-apocalyptic hellscape?
Are you ready?
This month's creative learning classes are on.
Are you ready?
Crafting materials are now available.
Frigidaire. All right, that's the build. That's the build at the moment. Ultra, how important is it to get? You just get better rewards. You don't have to get the ultra sight, but you just get better rewards at the end of it. So it makes sense to just get the ultra sight first and then do defending. Yeah, so there's two sides, right? You have the middle room, and then you have two hallways, one on each side, and then there's those hallways branch off into two. So there's 4 irradiated areas total, if that makes sense. So center area, 2 hallways on each side. The end of those hallways also branch down 2 times. 4 irradiated areas total that have irradiated ore. They do eventually respawn after you collect it. So you could collect it all in that area, go deposit it, and then come back to that area and it would have respawned. But yeah, it's pretty easy to do. There's not a lot of people, well, some people just don't do it or know about it. So the 4 technicians, not all of them have to be alive. Again, you want all of them to be alive to get better stuff at the end. But ooh. Hey, yo, just now seeing this. Tobias 5354, thank you for that super chat. What was that, 4 euros? That's awesome, bud. Appreciate you. Just now seeing that, but thank you. Yeah, dude. Mr. Faithful, happy to help. Happy to help out. Oh, we could probably complete this floater. Hey, goes the weasel. Salty Baby Batter with that subscription on the Twitch. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Cheers for super chat. Cheers for the sub. Heck yeah, dude. Heck to the yeah. All right, we got to redo mutations. What? Wait. Where did we leave off? We did grounded. Okay. Whoops. What is ADHD? Healing factor. Oh, okay. That's where we left off.
I'll just boil up another batch for when he wakes up.
Camp buffs are about to run out. Alright. Go back and redo camp buffs, and then we'll redo them camp buffs, and then we'll redo them food buffs. Yeah. Gotta rearrange the britches. Oh. Ah. Ah. All right. Yeah, just all mutations. Ooh, what you got? You got, oh, what's that, Dan? Ooh, you became a member. You became a member. Tobias with that gifted sub to Max Million Smith 199. Heck yes. That's awesome. Congrats, Max, on the sub. Thank you, Tobias, again for dishing it out. That's awesome. Killing it. Yeah, the you have some, but you don't. Mutations are really strong in this game. There's a couple ways to go about it. You can just get the mutations and then just keep all of the negative side effects of them and still probably be a little bit better off. Or you can run the mutations and then run Class Freak in luck, which will reduce the negative effects of the mutations by 75%. Or you can be extra bougie, assuming you have the resources to do this, and just repop mutations every hour so you have all of the benefits and none of the negatives. if we're talking about min-maxing, that's definitely the best way to go, but that's also definitely the most expensive route to go, for sure. So it's kind of up to you. If you can find someone selling serums for super cheap, that's probably not a bad way to do that. The bougie option. They're selling them for less than 500 caps or so. You might be able to stock up and not even have to know the plans or use all that flux and those valuable materials to make the serums yourself. Most people don't have a lot of flux to just keep using every hour like that. So it just depends. Mutations are awesome though, for sure. running around without any mutations after having them for so long is a night and day difference. Absolutely. You got all the recipes for them? Heck yeah, dude. Damn. That's awesome. That's a big accomplishment. That takes a while. It's pretty expensive. Except to create legendary mods. 200 caps. Yep. Yeah, using caps to make the serums is definitely a lot more efficient than using the material to make them, for sure. Unless you just have a lot of junk and you trade for junk regularly, or you have a friend that just gives you junk, or you just get 6,000 of each flux or 20,000 of each flux or some crazy whatever, then it probably doesn't matter nearly as much, but oh, whoops. That was the wrong button. Yeah. Yeah, if you're mutated, running class freak, you have to, pretty much. Yeah, you gotta run this. If you're not gonna repop them every hour, you gotta run this, for sure. Yeah. These are pretty standard for most builds that you're going to see on this channel. Adrenal reaction, bird bones, carnivore, eagle eyes, egghead, empath, grounded, healing factor, herd mentality, martial, daily skin, speed, demon, twist muscles. Pretty much all of them except talons, electrically charged, and unstable isotope. But the rest of them, yes. And then they also get repopped every hour. So there's no negative effects. Only the full benefits the whole time. And then once those serums run out, we just go into here. And then go down the list. Pop, 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 pop. And then just redo it. Which is expensive. But min-max, dude. Which min-max is just a fancy way of saying being extra. Being bougie, it's really all that means. Oh man, we definitely need the resolve breaker here. Because of all these mobs. Lag though. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Letting it rip with that gals, dude. Letting it rip. Audio issues right now. Oh, Quick Hands finally procced on the icebreaker. Dang, and it did it twice in a row. Wow. It was honestly looking like Quick Hands would just never proc on the icebreaker. But it finally did.
Let's see how much more we can collect.
Ooh, there's a headhunt. How much time is left on this?
Excuse me, but if you haven't noticed, the stills are being attacked.
All right, we need to go to this headhunt because it's more important than moonshine. And then more than likely by the time we're done with the headhunt, moonshine will still be rolling, so. More than likely. All right, what we got? Quad cryolator. Oh, there you are. What? Why are you doing that? Get back in. Idiot. What's up, gunslinger? Man, if you didn't have to reload so much with the cold shoulder, it's definitely the worst thing about it. Nice. Headhunt back to moonshine. You already know. You already know. Onslaught, max on. Always want max onslaught. Do you do regular onslaught or reverse? Honestly, with this build, even though the cryolator would suffer a little bit, it kind of makes sense to do, reverse onslaught. Especially with the cold shoulder. And the Crusader pistol, and the Resolve Breaker, and the Icebreaker. And the Warglaive. Honestly, this build might benefit from having reverse onslaught. Huh. Oh, you like to use reverse onslaught? Nice. We could actually probably do that on this one, on this build. Even though we'd be using the cryolator. The cryolator doesn't really make sense with reverse onslaught, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. And every single other weapon that we're using right now does. So even these single shot alien weapons work well with reverse onslaught. Warglaive definitely does. Any single shots, anything. So the pistol, cold shoulders, the icebreaker, and the resolve breaker, all those work really well with reverse. So we might actually try that. Might actually try that. Yeah, for sure. If we were just doing regular onslaught, this would be the best option for sure because of how fast it shoots. But considering almost every other weapon we're using in this build right now is slow firing, that's funny. And then someone named Onslaught 545 just created an expedition team. That's hilarious. What are the odds? All right. Are we actually going to have room for this? That's the question. All right, so that's agility maxed out. Can't put any more cards in this, but we are going to do reverse onslaught. All right. Gunslinger 1, Gunfu 1, so we're gonna have to bring this down to Gorilla 1. So Gorilla's gonna go down from plus 20% range damage to close to 10% range damage to close. But we're gonna gain 10 more stacks for most of our weapons, which is gonna make Gorilla Master work. You know what's cool about this too is if you have reverse onslaught, so right here we have reverse onslaught with this furious cryolator, you can see how the stacks on the bottom match up at 30, right? Then we can switch to a weapon, right? So we'll bring these down. All right. And then bring those stacks down. We'll watch them go up all the way back to 30. And what's cool about that is once this gets to 30, we can switch to the cold shoulder and have 30 onslaught stacks. So we're at 29. We're going to switch to the cold shoulder, and we still have 30 stacks. Now, as we shoot this guy, they're going to go down. And once it goes back down below 21, because the cold shoulder doesn't have Furious, it won't go back up to 30. But right now, we have 30 onslaught stacks. So see, it goes down to 28, and it's not going back up. See? So now, it's going to go back up. $21. But if we switch to a Furious weapon, it'll go up to 30. And then we switch to a non-Furious weapon, it'll stay at 30. See, now it's 28. So kind of an interesting little trick there to be able to get 30 stacks on a weapon that does not have Furious. Melee is not Appalachia. Yep, switch, build it, switch. Streamers teach you how to switch. Yeah, it's
Please do not interfere with.
Good evening.
Our
2600. That's nuts, dude. Wild. Oh yeah, we need to do floaters. Let's get some of those. Get some of them floaters going. All right, where y'all at? Okay, there's three of them. Bop, miss. 40, 5,400, 7,500. Jeez, dude. This isn't even. We're not even getting any damage out of Nerd Rage from this. Look at all these guys. The fact that that did not kill him is nuts. 8,200. This isn't even a melee build. Miss. Miss. Huh. Wow. I saw you running me in power armor with a stick. Just a big old stick. Even if you were a super mutant, though, super mutants don't really care. They'll fight anybody at any time. They should be, though. They should, when they see that coming, they should know, oh, this guy's back again. Oh, not this guy doing more West Tech testing. All right, guys, let's get out of here. This guy's doing some experimenting again, and we're his test subjects. You would think at this point they'd be like, all right, it's time to get out of here. It's time to dip out. Dude, 6,000 damage is nuts. Can we get this guy from out here? Yeah, we can. What's the guy doing? A daily op? Let's go do that daily op with this dude. What you having for dinner? What you eating on? Try the old.
You got hostiles in your area, team. Take them out.
Wow, that is not ideal outside of VATS, that's for sure. Oh, these are all reflective. Gun food, just one rank of gun food just makes this game so easy. It's not even rank 3 of gun fu. Hey, y'all need to calm down. What kind of grenade was that? Huh. Yeah, that thing's fun to use. Where'd he go? Oh, he's going this way. Oh, he's using a different grenade. That's why it looks like that. Yep. You either get, yeah, you're either getting the stick or the minigun. Yep. Stick or minigun. Man, the reload with this icebreaker, though. This is with lock and load and ground pounder. Actually, yeah, we do have that. Yep. Cool thing about this weapon too is you get positive ammo, especially in a daily ops. Beef stew and dumplings. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds pretty good, man. Not gonna lie. Hey man, you need to calm down. Alright, is he going? What are you doing over her? Man, being cucumbered and not being able to run at this moment is... Come on now. Oh, there we go. You got your Baron. About finished the mind destroying process of a Windows 11 reinstall. Ugh. Why would you use Windows 11? What is wrong with you? Don't do that ever again.
This pisses me off.
Don't do that ever again. Windows 11 is something. Very least. You've trained your entire life to get a harpoon in the face by a guy that wasn't even looking at it. Yep. Your entire life has all led to this single moment. It's funny. Brotherhood Special Ops mask and XO1 scorched paint. Oh. Nice. Double the rewards. Cool. Sick. Bada bing, bada boom. And the 1-year extension for security updates. Windows limit for my friends to have a bootable dry Windows 10. Don't worry. Oh, you got it for free? Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue free. Even without getting the Windows updates, though, because this computer doesn't have the extension for the Windows updates. Even considering that, just not even... way too much sketchy spyware, spying on you, stealing your info kind of stuff happening with that OS. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Very strange. Why that OS be like that, though? Cool.
Artisan's Corner is a place for creative hands-on learning, and the Wilderness Survival Experience is our most popular program yet.
That wasn't the worst. union piece, honestly. Wait, need that. You'll need all these harpoons, though.
Sir?
Free scrap if anybody wants it.
Prepare for danger. Prepare for adventure. Prepare for survival.
Security incident detected. Violation report.
They pay you it like that. Yeah, it's the mod.
Survival project a success.
That is the what's it called? Enter in Appalachia. 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 What it's called? Yo, Faithful. Something happened to your messages? Hopefully YouTube didn't kick you out. Weird. XO1 Scorch Paint. You don't see that one too often.
Artisan's Corner is the place for creative hands-on learning, and the Wilderness Survival Experience is our most popular program yet.
Brotherhood Special Ops Mask. Actually, let's do, we ran out of grenades. So let's, switch it back. Yeah, Cryo is cool. Just making sure we didn't lose you there for a sec. Looked like some of your messages got messed up or something. Now we got 2 special ops masks. Which this would actually work too. For the Cryo theme, because it's that winter camouflage color. Wonder if he's got some plans we don't know yet. Mini Cryo using on bow. 4-star. Yeah, the Cryo melee mod's cool. Could mess around with the bow, but seems like we'd have to use a whole another build for that. Not gonna do the bow in this time around. Oh, okay. That was convenient. Nice little freebie.
Detonation in 4 minutes unless valid cancellation code received.
No, I already know all that. We could stock up on some Furious mods, though. Oh. You're not bad. You good guy. You know what? They should add something. They should add the 4-star Icemans. They should add that to ranged weapons. I mean, Icemans is definitely better than it was before. Nobody was using the previous versions of Icemans, for sure. That should also apply to ranged weapon. Why not? Yeah, it's really cool. It's highlighting how to do it. Trying to. Everybody's got their own way. Everybody's got their own method. Going on with YouTube right now. YouTube is freaking out, dude. They added long barrel for the Dom Pedro. That thing looks weird. It works, but it almost looks like a bug. Like John Hamm at the club, long range. More damage, increase cost. More damage is always nice. You can't ever have too much of that. Can't ever have too much of that. E good a bop beep bop bop. Ookie dee dee bop ee ah. Ee dee dee da ee dee dee bee dee da oodaboo boodaboo boodoo bop. Yeah. Yeah, it's allowing hard AP refresh or HP refresh, kind of like rejuvenators. So it's unintentionally buffed to where it's actually useful. Because normally spiritual healer is not hard HP regen. It's usually you have to wait till you're out of combat. It's either you're out of combat or your health bar is not taking damage, and then it'll start refreshing, right? Because there's certain types of HP refresh that do the same thing as AP refresh. You want hard HP and hard AP refresh because they will go up no matter what's happening. No matter if you're taking damage, no matter if your AP is being used. But some refreshes don't do that. So Spiritual Healer is pretty much doing it right now to where it's doing hard HP refresh like Rejuvenators. So if you combine that with Rejuvenators, ooh! Ooh! All right, where's weight coming from? What did we lose? It looks like we lost our bobblehead. We also lost damage buff. Well, no, we still got Deathclaw Wellington and Smoke Mirelurk fillets. Of that. And all your weight, it falls on brings me down. Take it back. All your weight, it falls on me. Falls on me. Falls on me. What is going on with YouTube app on the telephone? YouTube app on the telephone. What are you doing? Why is you like this? Weird. All right, where you guys at? We need to finish this challenge. There you go. Ooh, we need to get rid of radioactive power too. That was the other thing we needed to do. Get it? Because it's supposed to be ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But because he's a rust raider, he said rust to rust. Get it? Get it? Huh? Do you? Huh? Oh, that's not a person. Neither is that. Where are you guys going?
You suck.
Bada bing, bada boom. Dude, is anybody else having problems not pulling up YouTube chat? Really weird. Whatever. It is what it be. It is what it be, and it be what it is, and it is how we doing it. It's what it's.
Study your brain.
Big stick. Big stick. Big stick. One hit, that legendary. Haha. Big swing, big miss. Nice. Swing hard and carry a big stick. You don't get it? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Blow it out your ass.
Yeah, Cactus Man, what's up? What's going on, dude? What's going on, dude? What's going on, dude? Hey, how's it going? Might make this... What if we did a full reflective set? Get out of there. Well, all right, maybe that's the mod, but it is not supposed to be that big. Holy crap, dude. What is going on right now? Yeah, that's probably the mod. That's hilarious. These things are massive, dude. We could honestly full reflective set. Kind of sounds fun. Cryo is broken. Yes, you can freeze enemies sometimes, but it still does a lot of damage. The freezing aspect of it is not working correctly, but the damage is. Hey, Orgus Cole. How you say that? Thanks for that hot subscription on YouTube. Hot. Your sub is hot, hot, hot. Okay, well, we can't even use this. All right. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Yeah, it's just a little weird right now. Still does a lot of damage though. It occasionally freezes. It looks like most of the time that it is actually freezing is after the enemy is dead. You'll see the freezing. They'll turn white, right? But all right, what did we need? Reflective. We could try a reflective set. Oh, we don't have reflective pieces. We don't have Rangers. We don't have... We don't have Rangers, we don't have reflective, and we don't have rejuvenators. Alright, we're gonna have to make those. That's fine. Really feeling a full reflective set. Been wanting to make one of those for a while. Not the most op set you can make, but just something fun to try. Does reflective take though? Ooh, that's gonna take a lot of modules. Like that. Unless somebody happens to be selling reflective. Yeah, if we make... How many would we need? We would need 4 reflective. That'd be a lot of modules. Oh, man. Yeah, whatever. This set's fine. Probably being a mix match of different things for now. No need to get fancy with it. Beep, boo boo, bop. Beep, boo boo, bop. Goodness. He's got a lot of plans. Probably some plans out there that we don't know yet. More than likely.
Big Teeth 75.
Come on. Load it up. Come on. Load it up. Dude, what the heck is going on? Why is this taking... Is this bugged out? Maybe it is. Maybe it's a little buggy. It's just doing some bugs. Who would have thought?
Oh no, a Bethesda game doing some bugs?
Who would have thought? First time for everything, right? Where vendor? Couldn't be. No way in heck. All right, we're here right now. We're gonna go. We're gonna check out this guy. Couldn't walk there because we're lazy. So stable. Much optimized. Much easy game to play and experience without any issues or hitching or whatever. That's a lot of cheap script. Super stem pike. Hadn't seen that in a while. That looked like something else for a second. Perception rapid for 3,000. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, see what mods he's got.
And you name 5 ways you use every day.
Wow, that is that is definitely one of the protectrons that you can have. It's definitely one of them. Huh. Not bad. What else is there? What do you got? Some plans as well. Ooh. Honk them plans. Why is this 7,000? Okay. Boop boop bop boop beep bop bop.
Big T75.
Hey man, get out of that. Hey man, get out of that. Y'all even know what you're looking at. Cheap script. 500 series. Need that plan because we don't know it. Those are good. Always cool to learn a new plan. Yeah. Might save the super stem pike just for whatever reason. Just to put it on a mule since it's a unique named legendary.
Refrain from theft, looting, assault, murder, or
Alright, the rest of this we go on script. What is so special about this? Nothing. Whatever, I'll just get rid of it. All right. drops stuff off. Cryogenic grenade. Alright, we don't... Floater freezer grenades suck, but we're gonna hang on to them anyway. Dangerous pastimes, boy. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get our reloads. Get it all nice and fresh. The heck? The heck gun was that? It sounded like some off of a fighter jet. Destroy the thunder crab. Where's it at? Wait. Oh, this thing's all the way over here?
Just see the way that thing folds up to your deck. What a really solid effort.
We were just 1 second too late. Rip. Rip. Rip.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Big effort you made.
Oops, this sucks.
Oh, thank you. No, I was... Oh, man, that's funny. Was just saying that the cryo stuff was fun, even though it's not working as 100% intended at the moment. Cryolator still wrecks. Cold Shoulder definitely does. And then the Warglaive. Man, just the damage that thing is doing. And we weren't even bloodied the whole time. Pretty crazy. Definitely want to revisit that build. Whenever they decide to fix that cryolator or the freezing issue whenever they decide to get that working correctly. Definitely want to revisit that and give it another shot again, and then just see see how it really does after that. Yeah, Warglaive is super sick. Still the best traditional two-handed weapon, it seems like, in the game, for sure. But alright guys, we're gonna go raid Panic Thumbs. They're playing Fallout 76, so go say what's up to them. If you're on Twitch, don't forget, you don't have to do it to this channel, but you can do it for any channel. You can use your Amazon Prime subscription to sub to a channel for free. Don't forget to utilize that. If you're on YouTube, like the video, subscribe. Going to be doing a stream again Monday. No. Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's the schedule right now. So, appreciate you guys coming by. Cactus Man, Baby Batter, Nocti, Faithful, all you guys, appreciate y'all. And we will see you next time. If you're on Twitch, go say what's up to this individual, Panic Thumbs, and we'll see you then. Peace.